engine start the motion. Look out below. I know there's no decision, just collision. It's all arranged. Too late for me, no reason to recover. If I should choose to rise, I'm still descending, never ending. I fall, and we are sending smoke signals. Keep pretending we're one. Take up the call and follow everybody. I won't become a number in the system. Zeros and ones, not me, not me. And we are sending smoke signals. Keep pretending we're one. We're all descending, no strings. We keep pretending we're one. Step out beyond the edge and start the motion.
Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? I do have my ending screen on. No, I didn't. Hey, thanks. This is called I only half pay attention when I start stream and usually remember to switch that back before I close OBS. Lol. I'm a professional. With that being said, let's get into Minecraft anyways. Give it a second. There we go. This takes a moment. As you can see, I've been a little busy. We're bringing the coastline in a little bit. We're putting the island on a diet plan. This has been my most recent thing. Now, you might also be wondering about the hole. The hole goes all the way down a bedrock. Oh, you got more custom ravines made? Yes, I'm showing the hole where the tower's gonna go. There's nothing else. Got custom sounds and custom gifts for it. Congrats. I don't have custom sounds or gifts for my ravines. They just pop them up. My ravines just pop up as they were set to naturally come up. Okay. All right. Yeah. Congrats. I will be excited to see them. So over the week, obviously I've done a bit. I have balded the entire island from sea to shining sea. No trees exist anywhere here. None. Not until that sandbar over there, which we're going to be taking out this chunk of land probably next. And then I'm going to be kind of flattening out a lot of this land over here and filling in a lot of the holes. So that's kind of the goal and the plans of things. Oh, and I also want to cut out some of these little sandbars just to keep the nice gap between this and the mainland, as is my goal. So I'm going to be lowering some of this. A lot of this I will be doing probably between streams. But we can chat for a little bit, and while I'm chatting, this is a nice kind of ease of work. I just got back from the Guardian farm where I repaired my pickaxe, because this definitely eats pickaxe durability. So, other things have happened. Oh, I should also turn on game sounds so you can hear the game sounds. But, gotta get rid of the gravel. We have officially updated the server. Oh, I I also got a little bit of flint. Oh, I also forgot to take that out of my inventory. Whatever. I'll do it later. So the server is now on 26.2. I did look at doing just an update to the snapshot, because we were kind of waiting on mostly the keep inventory mods. And I ended up just switching keep inventory mods, because the one we were using wasn't getting updated. So I found one that had gotten updated. Mostly for people who like that. It affects me quite little. Are we out? Okay, and this is a thing that I need to check. Mini HUD. All my settings did get reset, so I don't have my beacon range on anymore. Okay, so we are at the edge of our beacon range. This is important, because I will probably need to move the beacon after this. But as I was saying, I looked at doing the snapshot, but just not enough mods are updated to the snapshot. I'm thinking because the fabric version hasn't changed, it's probably going to be pretty easy. But I do know that there are some issues with anything that touches like beds and stuff because of the straw beds. Even as much as I would love to have the straw beds. We ultimately just can't until more stuff gets updated. But I think it's only a handful of stuff that is updated to the snapshot. And honestly, I would prefer them to be updated to the latest snapshot, because again, straw beds are kind of the cool thing, and cushions. Both would be real fun and interesting to have. Okay, we are officially at the point that thing needs to move. So we'll probably move it, honestly, probably in the middle of that. Or possibly maybe towards the end of here. I think that would still give it all of that, and then we can start doing that. I'll figure out where to put it in a minute. I need to put this away. We are collecting a lot, bunches and bunches of stuff. Okay, that needs to go somewhere, that needs to go somewhere, that needs to go somewhere. That goes in there, and then my gravel's on the other side. The gravel box. Okay. I think I want some scaffolding, which I do happen to have. Some scaffolding is going to make this easier. This is a little high. So to be able to have scaffolding, get up to it, is definitely going to be useful. Okay. You can see as we take a layer off, it's going to affect the radius, and it changes colors. Green being the furthest. We are working on moving this so that we can get the rest of this. I don't want to spend too long today terraforming, but a little bit will. the beginning of stream feels right, feels appropriate. I am going to need to go to bed, because no one else is on. I'm kind of up for whatever we think would be fun and interesting today. I can keep terraforming today and do a bunch of just work on this. We can also, now that we're down at the bottom, we can start doing some planning for down there, down at the bottom. I will need the beacon down there if we really want to get to work down there, because I need to clear out space. So unless we get another beacon, not impossible, but also would require killing another wither. Or we can also go look for sulfur caves. Which, if we're gonna go look for sulfur cave, that hopefully won't make us go too far away. So, as part of the server update, I did clear out basically the unused chunks. I didn't quite mean to break that way. I was going to break one level than the other, but I accidentally broke an extra block, so it's fine. So basically, any chunks that people weren't, like, actively using, doesn't mean stuff wasn't placed there, doesn't mean stuff wasn't done with it, but if it wasn't anywhere that people have been actively building, I reset the chunk. That way, we don't have to go to the ends of the earth to go find sulfur caves. We are going to have to do that again when we do 26.3, obviously, because 26.3 will entail poplar groves. Is that what they're called? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Four, and 4. This puts this above water. This way it doesn't screw up our water flow when we take it away. But yeah, so for the poplar groves, we'll do kind of the same thing, which does mean that there's a potential that similar, like, you can go back to the same chunks and re-get stuff, but honestly, most of us, like, outside of our main bases, that's not really gonna help us. Because I did not memorize where certain things were. Obviously, like, some structures will get regenerated for people. You know, some people did some trial chambers. There was a lot of exploration of different ancient cities. Those ancient cities mostly got reset, not all of them, because there are a few under spawn. I do need to get a piece of iron. I forgot. I forgot. Okay, but that does give us a bunch of area. Definitely get this bit of a flat. but let me just kind of see where this ends. It does end a little bit before, but I think that's fine. Having to just like sprint a little bit out and just kind of like build this shouldn't be too bad. Whereas the rest of this, where more work's gonna need to be done, honestly. I'd rather have that than need to move. Hey guys. So, we get haste 2. And we can continue. So, and for anyone who is unaware why haste 2 beacon is so useful, you probably can see right now. With an efficiency 5 pickaxe, you can just melt stone. Like you're breaking netherrack. And then all this dirt also just goes away super easy. Everything's just like butter. Will have to continue this line, which was how I was marking, like, the edge, so that I don't accidentally go too far and dig into the wall. So, how's everybody's day going? Are we having a good Friday? Myself a thought of a vision. Think right now of my mind is I think I'll keep terraforming unless somebody else gets on. If we've got more people, I think I'd like to go do the sulfur caves. I would like that to be a group activity. Which just gives people an idea of what they can do and they hop in. I think I might change the stream Terraforming time. Well, I'm here. There's a couple things that I need to do. I do need to fill this in. This way, the water can So as long as we've got a block at that level. Yeah. This gives us a nice platform for the water to go over. Something good that should occasionally do this plug. You guys should check out the various different music that we have here on stream. This in particular is Good Kid, one of the few actual bands that I can just play. Because they are very, very, very kind indie band that lets you play music on stream. Otherwise, most of the music comes from different video games, mostly indie games. Some Hollow Knight, some Silksong, some Hades. Pretty much every Supergiant game is in here somewhere. Bastion, Hades. Transistor. I think I have Pyre's music in here. I think I bought Pyre's soundtrack for this. No, there's a couple non-indie games. There's Elden Ring. And both Elden Ring and Night Rain. And we have Final Fantasy XIV. Not all of its music, but anything from like the .0 patches. Which if you play Final Fantasy XIV, you know what that means. If you don't play Final Fantasy XIV, don't worry about it. It's a lot of field music, like the per expansion soundtrack, like main themes. I really should have emptied my inventory. Do that. There we go. I will probably also work on clearing some of this other portions up around here, since we're doing kind of like a terraforming day. So we're gonna clear out the rest of this, and then we're gonna do I'm debating on whether I do out to in. I think that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna drop all of this down to what I think it should be at. And then, well, probably one below what I think it should be at. So I can cover it up with dirt, sand, and the like. And then bring this up to beach level, and then I'll bring this down to what I think, because I think there's going to be at least a couple sheer cliffs. Just kind of by nature of the space. Because I'm wanting this level to be up here, and I kind of want most of this to be kind of up at this level, so I think this is going to be kind of sheer cliffs on this side. We're going to have a lot of sand on the other side, not as much as I was originally thinking. So I was originally thinking, let me empty my inventory and then I can talk about this, but well, I can talk about it, but I can show you what I'm thinking. Here's that. And I need both of those out. Gravel and dirt. Okay. So what I'm I'm talking about is this end of the island past this mountain. This mountain's going to stay kind of how it is for the most part. Might clean it up a little bit. Be a slightly nicer looking mountain. But I'm kind of happy with what it is. There's going to be some forests on it. But the rest of this, I am going to bring the mountain kind of down, and then this is going to flatten out, and I think I'm going to extend this a little bit into the ocean. We're actually going to build out a little bit here. And we're going to do some beach. This is going to have a big beach on this side. And then I think I'm going to go into grass-ish. It's probably going to be a mixture of grass and moss and the like. I am thinking I might use some sulfur for some of what I'm thinking about doing here. And then this is going to be mostly forested. And then this is basically just going to get destroyed out. I might do something specifically right here where we've got our... Also, if you're curious, this is the edge of what's actually loaded and where Voxy loads. Voxy does not do backface. So when you can kind of see through the bubble a little bit, but that's fine. It's slightly lower priority in the rendering than the rest of it. Anyways, I might do something here since this has got like this very lush green. I do also need to fix this hole. Basically, this needs to get fixed up. This is part of the need to fix pieces of the mountain. And then once all that's done, so basically once this has been carved out and all of that's been carved out, so we've got a decent amount on this side, a decent less amount, like preferably I would love if we were like another 50 blocks this way, but I'm not taking that much of the island away. I would love if this felt more or less like an island, not like a large river going through here. But I'm gonna make all this an island, and then we're gonna sand this up and clear up this, kind of deepen this a little bit so that theoretically you can see like ships going in through here. And I've got some plans for what that's gonna look like. A lot of this is just going to be like me placing back down trees of different kinds, maybe some custom trees. I'm not sure. I don't have a full plan of what I'm going to do there. Oh, we've got some pillagers. These guys have been mild nuisances. They've been popping in and out. Yeah, that's the plan for up here. Eventually, I will decide what I want to do with down below, but I now have some... Okay. 128 blocks should be spawn them. I'm just gonna kind of get a few chunks away. I don't know if villagers despawn like normal mobs, but we're gonna find out. Not seeing them. That might have done it. Might have done the trick. Or I might just be out of render distance. Nope. I got him. Cool. We will probably have to make a few trips back to the Guardian farm. Picks up this pickaxe. And I do have another pickaxe that I could be using, but I want mostly stone out of this. I don't really want cobblestone. Mainly because I know we have a cobblestone farm. So I'm not using my regular fortune pick. I'm just using the silk touch one. I could get this upgraded to netherite. That is an option. It would be a little diversion. Just one more thing. I'm not sure, like, that it is gonna be a whole thing to go get netherite. Just because there's a lot of spawn, a lot around spawn that's already been, like, already depleted. Love people's opinion if they wanna, like, if people would think that they would love to see me go run and grab netherite, we can do that, but if not, I will keep the course. Okay, we are moving towards next time. Which it does, so, if anyone's curious why I'm filling in holes that I will eventually empty back out, is I want the water to be not screwy. No screwy water. Okay. Down here. I'm also not sure how late I'm gonna go today. I've got stuff I gotta do tomorrow, so I'm not gonna do like a super late Friday stream like I've done in the past. We'll kind of play it by ear. See how stream's doing. Because if stream's doing well, I may keep stuff going. But Fridays, I know, are kind of hit or miss days. It depends on if people got stuff to do, which I totally understand. To be quite honest, if I wasn't here, I don't know if I'd be home or go out somewhere. Some Fridays are better. It's very hot today still. But I say it's very hot. It's coolest it's been all week. It might have been cooler yesterday. Well, it was actively raining. But, still in the 80s today. Which is quite warm. But it was cool enough for me to go out for a walk today, which was nice. I've not been getting enough exercise. The human who works from home, I've got to pay attention to my exercises. I'm gonna get up here, but then I'm gonna pick up this bucket. I'm gonna move it down there. Expecting before long, I'm gonna have to move this. Whee! I also forgot to put my water bucket down. You know, Mr. Skeleton, thanks for reminding me to do that. Whee! Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna trade a lot of this out for sand. Okay. Do that. I'm just gonna drop that there, and then I'm going to we'll put that in here. Oh, I should mention Monday stream next week is not going to be Silksong. Monday is going to be a collab. We're going to be doing some more Peak, but with some different people. So, get hype for Monday. More Peak. And I will have all of that information probably up by the end of the day. We've got a full regular Peak lobby. We are not doing like a big Peak lobby yet. It will definitely probably be one of those. There is a concern that I have with doing a big Peak lobby of I don't know how well. It'll depend on how well the mod to increase player count works. Because I feel like this is just personal. Like, I think it'll be fun, but I don't think it's going to be very, like, successful game-wise. I don't think we're going to survive. Because, let me be very clear, Peak's already a little resource intensive with 4 people. If you have 8, you might run out of, just not have enough resources, unless they spawn more chests. Some more luggage. If they do that, I think the game, if the amount of luggage spawns are affected by the number of people, they do that and scale that, I think it'll be fine. I think we might be okay with like 6 or so people if we just like are ravenously getting luggage. There's also the marshmallow spawn, like marshmallow and hot dog spawns. If those, I'm assuming those would be a thing that would get messed with since they're already affected by the number of players. But I don't know. That'll be a thing for when we do Peak. I'm more excited to do Mech Chameleon. Big excited to do that with everybody. And we're gonna see how many people we can get involved in that. Might look at inviting some people we've not done some stream stuff with, but we'll see how that pans out. That's probably gonna be a couple weeks out. At least a week or so. Yeah, my inventory is very full and full. I should get up here and go put my stuff away. I don't know why I'm trying to sleep. I can't sleep right now. It's sleep time. I think it's because a lot of the time that I come up here, like, more than half the time, is usually to like stop and sleep. That's not the right one. That's definitely not the right one. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, once we clear out this, I'll start looking at how I want to take this in. I'll basically probably pick a bottom space. Probably down like towards the bottom there and be bringing everything into that. And I somehow got this back. But basically the idea for Chameleon is see how many streamer friends we can get involved. Possibly also involving non-streamers. Anyone and everyone that we can manage. Though obviously there'll probably be a limit to how many people we can invite. But you know, people who are going to be involved in that at very least is we're gonna have Ravioli. Think we'll have Snail. The plan is to have like, most of the people that we have had on Minecraft server. And then I'm not sure who else we'll manage to get a hold of. There's some other people I would like to join, but it'll all depend. One of those potentially asking larger streamers and do the larger streamers. Hey, yes. Even Ravioli's like still an order of magnitude larger than us. We're catching up. We are catching up. Which I appreciate everybody who's been following and joining our little crew here. Which I should get. We should decide a name for our crew. For our game. Fortunately for like we've themed a lot of stuff Krakens, because if it's not unclear, I like Krakens. But that doesn't work out super well for like branding a group name. Something to think about. Something for everybody to be synthesizing in your brains. How long before this drops too low that I need to go to the Guardian Farm? I'm expecting that long. Basically, once I don't see any color left, I get worried. 1 second, I have functioning whatsoever. Oh! Yep, it definitely stopped functioning because I am 10, 10, 10, 10. We are definitely seeing how close. 9, 8. How close to the sun? Okay, 6. That's a little too close to the sun. Too close to the sun. I was hoping I could get, like, all of it gone, but alas, I cannot. Alright. Let's clear out our inventory. Alright. There we go. We take the horse for multiple reasons. So horse is instantaneous travel into the Nether. I have to wait. I do have to wait when we go into the Guardian farm, so there's not enough space for the horse. I need to make that platform bigger, which is a plan. But not one right now. There are some Guardians still here. Cool, there's enough Guardians still here to do that. Whee! That worked out pretty well. Now we got just a little bit more to do. Or this is all done. There is a possibility that some of this might come out as like some low beach shore, so I might actually be putting some back up in here, but I'm not positive about that, and so until I make that decision, I'm not gonna worry about it. Just about. Almost kind of right about done. So I brought this all down to this level. I'm thinking for this, I am just gonna cut this out. I'm just gonna, like, shear this off. Which means that this is sheer cliff over here. Now, this... I'm thinking bringing it down to here is the plan. And pushing all of this back. Let me do an inventory empty while I think about it. I hurt myself a little bit. Oops. Bees. It's getting to night time. Okay. Build this in. This one over here. I know I do not have one for that. Back over there. It's a little bit of bone. A little bit of bone. Definitely should use the flint. I need a chicken farm so that I can farm some arrows. And I'm debating on whether I want to go get some netherite. Come on. It's night enough. Don't lie to me. There we go. I am thinking. I'm also trying to kill a little bit of time because I know ads are about to start running, so I don't really want to get into anything big yet. But that does, like, I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do with most of this. I might actually even take this section and run it down so that and then some of this will get brought down. That is the plan. This is mostly meant to be a coastline. But I thought it'd be easier to, like, plan where the water was going to be and fix it up. I also need to get that. There's a bit. There's a bit. I should probably just clear this out first, because that's going to be the big one. Honestly, actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stand right here. Hopefully nothing bad happens. I need to use that. So we're gonna BRB for a minute. And ads should run while I am gone. And hopefully be done by the time I get back. There's a new box seller in chat. Who is now banned? Bam. Alright. Be right back, guys. Boom.
chest till it hurts, picking up the pieces that keep falling apart. When did you turn your head, erase me, searching for my heart in the debris? I've lost myself since you left me. I've lost myself. I'm spinning and everything is confusing. I can't seem to slow my mind down. Is it you? Is it me? Is it us? Is it lust? Is it trust? Is it just
I'm back.
I can't
Minecraft is
figure it out. When did you turn your head?
Do we want to Netherite? Part of me wants to Netherite, but if we're going to Netherite, I'm going to do a few things. First of all, this. Actually, not bad. There. Okay. So we're gonna have to figure out where we want to mine, but I need to grab some from our good friend Bird. We're gonna make our way to Bird because the Bird doesn't have his portal linked up yet. I don't think he's been on since we did the Nether root bench. He's not well the rest of all like I was on, since I've been the one who's been moving the portals. I do still need to do a lot of fixing of this, like finishing of this bridge and stuff, but I don't feel like doing that right now. Now that I'm back. Yeah, I need to like switch out this whole tunnel for blackstone. There's a lot of blackstone. And then like finish blackstoning this path. I don't think it's quite finished. I think there's a break in the middle here. This needs to be blackstoned as well. Yep, and there's break here because I was running out of blackstone when I did this. I got all the lights in. all the way to the end here, though. Should be able to get the stuff I need from Creative Master's place. I've not been here in a little bit, but I do know. I know there's more. Yeah, the wool is not an issue. Somewhere around here is a cobblestone farm. I haven't actually been. Wait, like first day that I popped over here. Anyway, wanna nut with it. It's very blue. Why is it blue? Is it raining elsewhere? Yeah, but I'm borrowing some more. By borrowing, I mean taking and not really planning on returning. Something I was gonna do and I forgot to do it. It's fine. It's like it should be rain. It is rain. Okay. And it doesn't rain in Spain. That's awesome. Do this. I should have also grabbed like a stack block. Like stone. I think I'll do that, and I'll also grab my boat. I'm curious. This is gonna be slightly faster today. Might be. Oh, but getting in and out of that portal is a thing. Never mind. Never mind. There's portals in the basement, which is not good for horsing. And guy's portal being also in his basement and on an island, also not good for horsing. Everybody doesn't make good horsing portals. How am I supposed to take my horse everywhere? No, Zay doesn't have to worry about horsing anymore because she got an elytra, but what about us plebeians who haven't gone to the end yet? Oh, for some of the stuff that I do have a plan that also involves some stuff that eventually we're gonna need some ice for. I should probably start thinking about doing that. but that'll probably... I'll need that for right now. 30? No, 30. Okay. I'm gonna move that just down just so I can find it easier. And from here, I'm just gonna grab 2 stacks. Do I have on me? I do. I'm going to You're like right over? Yes, you are. Okay. So, I'm going to show this just because I already kind of know what this looks like. This is currently underneath spawn. Yeah. Like, is there a chance there's ancient debris here? Mm-hmm. There is. Also, I don't know if I want to deal with that. I might try, but I'm gonna go over here. I think they had put these stairs. Where's stairs? The stairs down? Okay. Well, can't find stairs down. I'm gonna make stairs down. I don't want to screw up. This is obviously a little tunnel someone dug. Since there was nothing new in the Nether, I did not reset any of the Nether and don't really plan on it. What I will do oh wait, stairs down. I see why these... Oh, and we went back on her? How did we get back up on these stairs, say? Okay, and so these are the tunnels. So what I'm going to do... Right here. There we go. Yep. Hey! Some ancient debris. Honestly, I think that is enough to get with what I've got back at home that I could get my pickaxe. Where's the fun in that? Really didn't need this compass in my inventory. It does seem that we've managed quite the hole. Actually, let me do that. Okay. There we go. So. Once we get rid of the lava. I do think it would be better to go this way. Everyone else did such, like, nice mining, and I'm just like, no, we're gonna blow it up. Explosions. Alright, and then... Did we do it? We did it! Up, turn into be like right here. Dang it. Head. No. Fire's not really an issue for me because of my armor. That's why you get fire protection, people. Nope. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. You see that this might already be slightly exposed, but if we expose more. I don't think we got anything in this. lot of blackstone down here. When I need more blackstone. Probably should have brought that crafting table with me. It would probably be good for my spatial reasoning to have to wander back to it. Last bed. Hope it's a good one. Okay. See if I can manage to get myself lost. I did not. Okay. Let's go put that back. Alright, I don't have my axe on me because that wasn't something I was using. Why is there a danger tunnel there? I thought that was gonna happen. We are having crap luck. Definitely not. Not exactly like our lucky day or anything. Stop it. And you're gonna be lucky here. Luck, luck, No. Alright. Looks like I was lucky here. What about here? No. I am filling up with trash, so I'm gonna toss some of this trash into the lava. Alright. I do not see any. No luck there. What about here? No. I don't even think it's gonna be worth doing the other side because of all the black stones. You know what? Just in case. Do that. I don't expect anything, but you never know. Nah, doesn't look like it. Dang. Dang. Did I get 0 hits on this entire set of beds? Yes, I did, so, you know. There we go. Back. Realized I did not put a place for them. And it's fine. I'll place a couple rooms here. Nope. Dead. So I know this is Final Fantasy XIV music, but it does remind me of How to Train Your Dragon music. There's definitely danger in getting these. Yay! And then more bed. I think it's just because it's similar instruments, but There's also some of like the melodies that remind me of it. Hey! I think some of this was already exposed. That's a jackpot. I can get 2 whole items. Which honestly, I'm mostly interested in my tools getting upgraded at the moment, so. That's a little lot. Okay. I'm going to eat so that I do not die trying to get this. Would not be helpful. Nope. Is music that's used fairly frequently in 14 though. Oh, it's Linsa, that's why. Like, this is music I know well. Because Linsa was my home city. It's good to know that I can get Blackstone here, but I don't need this Blackstone. It's just going to get in my inventory and waste space. Nothing there. Eat some food. Don't stop. Nothing. Almost out of beds again. Okie, I think I've gotten a lot of the stuff that's connected to this side. This, and we will eat. There we go, and then I would like reserve a space. That. And then this can go back here. A bed here, and then Let's go around here. Oh, I already lived there. That's why I thought. Here's the boy. Who will not take kindly to me not wearing my gold boots. Oh, he's gone. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. And boom. This is not going to have the same impact. Ooh, my health is very low. One more. That way I can do both sides. Like so. A little bit more. Just a little bit more. A little bit more. Oh. Knowing that this place has been like thoroughly picked over, finding anything is a win in my book. I need like a stack though, if I wanted to like get all of my stuff upgraded, which I don't think I'm that worried about. I would like to get just some of my stuff. Yeah, that's the place I've already been. That's a boy who will want my dad. You could probably succeed. Okay. Oh, I broke into that. What if I just... That's not what I wanted. No. No, I did not wish to be... I have thoroughly forgotten which way was my exit, but... I will figure that out later. Once I'm done blowing up stuff. I'm starting to think someone else was down here using beds. I don't remember placing beds around. I could be wrong. This area doesn't feel familiar. No, I'll just take that as a win. That's just a win. I think this was where Stay was doing her netherite mining, because what I know, she was being a bit thorough. Okay. Nothing here. And some more. Let me just move down the line a little bit. Wrap ourselves just a little good boy. Doesn't look like we got any more, but clean up the lava and check after that. Ouch. Do need more, and if I run out of beds, this will be what I get. So I've got 7 more beds. That feels like a good number of attempts. Say that I probably won't miss some distinct possibility. As long as I've made a good attempt. I might come back at a later point and do some more netherite mining, but double bet it. I'm not going to because I feel risky. Good. Least of a chance. Ooh, escape. Dave's not here for her favorite song of all time. I don't actually know if this is her favorite song of all time, but it is one of her favorite Final Fantasy songs. Last bed. Are we lucky? Doesn't look like it. Yeah. I still got enough for several of my stuff. I think I'm gonna do both my pickaxes and probably my subtouch double. Now it's just trying to find a way out. Yep. Okay. That wasn't that hard. Now up the drunken staircase. Up the drunken staircase we go! I think this will work out well because I think we're going to have to add soon too. So we're about to add time again. I'm going to make my way back to spawn. The spawn should have all my gold. Headbang. Okay, so this should help us with the terraforming. Having slightly better tools. I'll take my horse with me. broken part of the path. No, I should fix the part of the path that I broke first. It'll take a second. I do not have an axe on me. That definitely went down, didn't it? Well, we'll deal with that later. Most of that might be for me. I think I might have some additional search fences in here, in the little cavern, and downstairs. First of all, I would like some gold. And we're gonna toss. Oh, I have some glass. I should keep that on me. And I'm gonna waste a little bit of stuff with that, but it's fine. Birch would be here. I have a birch one. Oh, that's fine. Go in the bundle of stuff. Port can go in the quartz chest. Even though I don't really live here anymore. Blackstone in the blackstone chest. I can put the netherite in the netherite. I guess the quartz can go in here. I do want this glass because I want to expand the platform at the Guardian Farm. Okay. Our first piece. Oh, actually. I'm not wasting. I will not be wasting. I have exactly enough for 4 pieces of netherite. So with 4 pieces, I don't know if I want to do both of my shovels. I might just do my sword. Give my sword some extra damage. Or maybe put it on my boot because of soul speed. Give them extra. I feel like it's boot or helmet. My helmet also wear it a little bit. I should fix all my stuff anyways. But we have netherite. Or we could, for the achievement, should we? Should we chat? Should we do some serious dedication? I'm heavily tempted, but I don't know if I want to waste it. Yeah. I definitely have enough gold for a lot of netheriting. I think first of all I'm gonna go over to the Guardian Farm and fix up all my stuff and maybe expand the Guardian Farm platform so that we can have Horsey come and join us in the Guardian platform. think if I did this, I've got 2 over here, and I've got 2 over here, but not all the way. But I think I would want a third. Okay. I'm just thinking about this and how we'll come through with the horse. I think I need, and I've got more class. Okay, there's everything fixed up. I will come back in a minute. Or not. We're here. I'm gonna put a little bit of extra glass on it, but I will do that. I guess I will go grab that. We're gonna have ads in a minute here. I'm just gonna go back, grab some more glass from the tavern. I'm pretty sure I've got glass, or had glass going in in the other furnace that's in here. And I will kind of continue building that out during ads. And for those of you who have Turbo or have a subscription, welcome to the free ad time, where people cannot. It's just you. Okay. Do I have more? Not here. I do have more sand, but not in this place. That's for a later time. I want to give enough space that I'm not expecting that the horse will A, not going to get shot by guardians, and B, not get any ideas about walking back into the portal, breaking lead, and then the horse has wandered off in the night. So, first of all, doing this. Okay. For safety? I don't know if I have enough glass on me. I'm gonna need more glass. Definitely expands it out a bit more, but I want to, I think, put like a wall and with like a little stall. And welcome back from ads, everybody. I need sand. know I've got sand here somewhere. Sand! We did not have enough glass to do what I wanted to do. So I'm gonna do this more correct by kind of building this out a little bit further. We'll have some extra sand. Extra sand. I do need to get off the horse for this. Okay, I'm gonna toss this into here. I'm actually gonna grab, I think dark oak fences is what I want to go with. I don't need a ton. It's gonna be enough. No, I want a little bit more. We feel 12 is enough? Maybe one more. But, well, no, that's 15. That's a weird amount. Okay, please give me. This should give me up to 24. Which is kind of what I want. Alright. That should be good enough. And then I can put the rest of this in here, in here. Alright. Now we get to wait. Wait out of this time. How chat? How doing? What? What's chat up to do? Still need to fill this out with like bookshelves and stuff. I wanted to make this like a library. Originally it was where I was going to put the like spawn enchantment setup, but then we got a spawn enchantment setup right over there. Faster maybe. I don't want to step too much on her toes. I still kind of want to put like the library up there. I've got the stuff for it. I guess we can do some of that. What do we need for? There's these kind of shelves. These are just slabs. You know what I have so much of? Okay. Do I have enough? Oh. I think the thing that's going to be blocking me from most of this is my sugarcane. Don't have a ton of sugarcane. Okay, let's see the other way around. I've not been farming for sugarcane. I should probably sleep before I... This gives me something just to kind of like fill my time while I'm doing this. Eventually I'm going to want to fill with books, but not at the moment. Who's shooting? Stop. I'll take your arrows, but... Oh. Oh. I don't think I put all of this down, but I did put a good chunk of the stuff on the other side down. I think this was faster. Just a good chunk, and no one's been using it. Like this farm that no one's been using. it feels like auto jump is on. Controls. No, it's not. I'm just occasionally hitting like where that lip is, where you do just clamber up. Oh, I do not want that. There we go. We're down a stack, and we got a stack of stuff. I don't know why I felt the need to come down here to make this, but I did. There we go. And then I'm just gonna make some number of bookshelves. I think what we'll do is we'll make 15 bookshelves and all the rest. I think I'm gonna try and use for one book. And 8 feathers. 7 ink sac. Ink sacs are really my deciding factor here. I guess we can make another actual bookshelf. Okay. I thought feathers were gonna be the like big thing that I didn't have a ton of, but apparently not. Hey, the gold saucer. This. That. That. I should fight against something. I don't know what though. I think they're trying to kill the dog in there. I can never remember if the corners count. I know in modded it does, but modded's weird. And then put in some book. I'll slowly fill out this library. Big factor is ink right now. With my Like, it wasn't a tame dog, but it was still mine. Wasn't theirs to murder. This is my second wandering Twitter head that I have. Oh, and there's Red Nose head. I haven't seen you in a while. Wait. I think that 2 stacks will probably be good enough. I'm hoping I can get 2 more stacks going, and so the thought, what I'm doing, is thus. I'm leaving him out here for right now. We don't have it quite set up yet. So you turn around with a horse. 2 seems to be the distance that we're doing here. Okay. I messed that up. And really should go get my hack, but I'm not going to. The idea is that I have a number of little stalls up here. Honestly, I think I've got like twice as many as I want. And then what I am also gonna do the landing platform for people. Murder. Okay. This feels good. This feels like a good amount. It's far enough away that they don't see it. And if you like tie up over here, you of course shouldn't. I'm gonna do this. Reason being that you can tie at the bottom and then the top. And it just doesn't matter. Okay, cool. So this means this doesn't have to exist anymore. And it's gonna take forever to break. Did I get it back? I did. Okay, I'm gonna take some stuff and drop it back off at the house, and then we're gonna go grab my pickaxe. The pickaxe. Still a heavy debate on my mind what my 4th item is going to be. here. Very, very tempted to do the hoe. For the memes. I don't need these 8 Dark fences. They can go in here. And then I think we're gonna wander over to Zay's base. I think Zay will have... I guess I could make my own smithing table. I need upgrade templates. I need upgrade templates. One moment. Seven, isn't it? And then I think it might be Netherite for the... I know we have upgrade templates here. Disaster grabbed and duplicated some. So here, hot take, or probably more like a lukewarm take. Upgrade templates are too expensive to duplicate. Once I find where the upgrade template is. Yeah. Okay. Netherite upgrade template, yeah. Okay, and then this goes back here. My very lukewarm take of these are too expensive. Yeah, that gives me 6, so that's 2 more than I need. But 7 diamonds is just kind of obnoxious. An obnoxious amount of diamonds. Like, I know I'm not hurting for diamonds. I can afford it. Still. I'm not. And this goes back to just like a distaste of mine of endgame stuff being just like, get 1,000 of this thing. I don't like that unless you're in a game that's about automation. And while you can automate a lot of things in Minecraft, diamonds are not one of them. Just grab this. Okay, I am gonna do this. And I think I want my silk touch of what I want. Here. Okay. Smithing table. Alright, that. Okay, first things first. Those two, and then that's the fortune. Okay. Do I do this for the memes? Sure, why not? Hell not. For the memes. Don't let your memes be dreams. Don't let your dreams be memes either. Okay. So this was a whole side quest that we just did. To go get us some netherite. And I think it worked out pretty well. You know what? I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Do I want? What do I want to do now? Think Duncan. No, it hurts. You can probably see the steam coming out on stream. do I want to do this? I kind of don't want to terraform right now. Don't feel like it. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna grab some of this. I'm gonna grab my bucket. I might make another bucket. I'm gonna want some water. And I'm gonna want to be able to make an infinite water source where I'm going. I'm just gonna jump off here, grab some water. No big deal. Okay. And I probably want my boat as well. Oh, I have my boat. Okay, so what we're going to do, probably want more blocks. We're gonna drop to the bottom here. And I am going to start this planning. I'm putting down kind of a base layer here. I may need a lot more blocks than I brought, but here, here. Okay, so this is the middle. Let's keep this like this for now. Okay. Now, that's also not even. Okay, I did this on these two sides, not on these two sides. There we go. Okay. My brains. The one I think's not. So what I'm gonna be doing, this is something I learned how to do back when I was on a build server a long time ago. That was how they planned out builds, was they did it in miniature, which has a lot of usefulness in just kind of planning out like large builds. And this is going to be a large build. Okay, so the first thing that I want to decide is this tower going to be centered or off-centered? I think it'll be more interesting if it's off-center. For the build. So I'm thinking towards the back. So, and this is going to be me. I do want some back around it. Not quite sure exactly how I'm gonna plan this entire thing. Okay, there's something wrong here. That better? That better. But I do think I might wanna both sides here. Okay. This is the tower. But I am also going to. So think this will be a nice wall. I'm thinking, do I want this bigger? I might want this bigger. That's wrong. Doesn't matter for this, but I think I'm gonna want this bigger. I think we're gonna need more block. I'm gonna grab more, couple deep slate. For the plan. For the plan! Okay. I updated our stream title to reflect what we are doing for now. Probably what we'll be doing for the rest of stream is doing some build planning, some mega build planning. I need more block for the plan. Probably should have a few more types of block too. I'm not that worried about that. Like diorite and granite and type stuff. Granite andesite. So we're doing a city, is the thing. Specifically, we're doing a city that wasn't always down here. I'm gonna grab a bunch more deep slate and some diorite, andesite, some tough, some granite, and some more couple deep slate. Okay. So what we're gonna try and do is I think we're gonna so which way is so I think we want to orient ourselves actually. That's yeah. We can orient. Yeah, towards so the idea is going to be that this kind of reflects, which means this is going to be kind of on this back side. I have some stuff that'll probably reach under the here, but I want it mostly oriented that way. So we're thinking kind of like back here. Let me torch this up just to avoid some mob spawns while we're doing this. Right, now I'll put one kind of in the center of this. that the right place? Or do I need to be... Yeah, I need it over... More kind of over here. Actually, because of what I'm thinking I'm going to do with this, use diorite. I want it... I might not want it back this far into the corner. I may... Okay. That is tower. And we'll have some space around it. I'm doing this for a reason, which I will make evident in a minute here. So, because it will... I will say that that tower is not nearly tall enough, but it is going to be good for the moment. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do... Okay. So there's going to be water, and what we're going to do here, the Decathlon deep site's going to be kind of our flooring. So I know that there's going to be a few major points of interest in this city that we're going to build. First one's the tower. The tower is biggest, and I think what we're going to do with it is put that on the tower. No, that might not be high enough. So we're gonna fill this in. This is also kind of going to be a little bit of our walls. I might push this back up a little bit. More room. Because I need there to be a little island out here. Even this might not be enough. Okay. This should let me do like a legend of island out here. There'll probably be some, and I'll maybe push this back to have more space on this side, but this is the idea. I feel like this is... I feel like it's pushing too much into the space that I want over here. we'll have it like this. And the island doesn't need to be too big in comparison to the rest of this, but I'll push out more this way if I need to. There's a little island out here that is going to have one of our points of interest, which is a little fortress. Then I want okay. So this space up here. Which is important. Because this space represents like an upper district. Of which I think I'm going to have another segment. Yeah, I might get back here. Slightly raised, because there's going to be some pillar things up in the back here. Probably doesn't have to be this large. Honestly, it's only going to take up a little bit of space. I also don't want it quite butted up against the wall. And drop this down. There. Okay. So, idea being that all of this is closed off. This is wall, kind of edge of this, and we're gonna have kind of like an upper city and a lower city. And in the lower city, I should have gotten some wood, because we will have docks down here. And this is where this feels a little too close, and I wish I could push it even further back. Because it's not going to... I think I may just do that. May just push it back. It may get to touch the wall. There we go. Okay. Gives me some more room to work with, and then I can put like way out here. I can have this fortress, little island out there, and then we can have some dock. Because as a reminder, this is an island. This has always been an island. This city, as I mentioned a little bit ago, wasn't always down here. It used to be up there. Really, honestly, we should have the water surrounding it on all sides. How do I feel about doing that? I definitely will need more deep slate, but just to kind of get a feel for it. I definitely need to go get more deep slate. I'm gonna go grab like another 5 stacks of deep slate. Which I'm perfectly fine, just like one of the few times I've actually fallen in here. I don't have a problem like having covered up this whole bottom layer. I don't want any of like the stone showing. The bedrock. That's the word. And the regular deep slate. So and at some point I will put the actual like layer that I'm going to be building on. That I'm not building at the bottom there, which will be helpful that this diorama is going to be down here because it will actually be safe. I'm thinking I'm going to go to -16. I'm going to see how high that is above. That gives me space to do basements and cellars and those types of things. And we will have a sub-level for the tower, I think, which initially is going to be this diorama. This diorama might end up getting destroyed once we get to a certain point in the build. Since this is just meant to give us kind of an idea. Okay. Just gonna grab a punch. No, or I've got a bunch of couple. I don't know where it is. I don't know. But there, that couple can go there. Oh yeah, and I do want wood, but I want it as like no, just want, and it's not honestly, it's not going to be birch. But birch gives me a general idea of what it's gonna look like. I'll probably use like dark oak or spruce, to be quite honest. I guess I'll keep some birch on me for like maybe some buildings. Okay. I'm just gonna fill this entire bottom layer with water. This will also mean that if I want to expand the island at any point, that'll make that easy. Now, this is not necessarily going to be representative of how much water is going to be around it down here. And I'm debating, I may still want this back to butt up against a wall. But I think it's good to just kind of keep my options open. There. And then I'm gonna Okay. So this means that we can do something like this. And this will give us kind of an idea of what the original city would have looked like. I want to keep the bit. I'm thinking towards this back section here, I may just want to move this anyways. Kind of just a little more sheer cliffs towards the back. And tower, which tower goes up and up and up and up and up and up and up. This is gonna get removed, but that is definitely gonna get cut off by the ceiling, which is intent. Okay, keep the water flow. I'm just gonna. So, and the reason I'm putting so much dock is this city was, being an island, it was mainly mercantile. So it's going to have a bunch of dock space. Like, it was majority designed for merchant city. But it did eventually end up serving another purpose, which is maybe the next building that I want to set down. I want this building to look like. I guess we'll do this, and this will be up here. I want this up in more in the upper district, but I think it'll be in another section of this. Being near the docks, because it was probably considered important. We're gonna kind of put it over here. Probably butt back up to a wall here. And this is gonna be library. A very large library. Probably, honestly, like 2 levels to it. There. Big library. So the library, honestly, I could probably start with this point, but library. Library. The library was something that came about eventually. Being a mercantile city, there was a lot of influx of trade and people just traveling through the city. This eventually led to a growth of scholarly population that would come through and stay to do research or things or to meet here due to the location of this city. So eventually what ends up happening is this starts to end up being a sort of center of learning, quote unquote. It is definitely going to be a place that there is an upper class and a lower class. I think down here, so this tower eventually becomes one of the main places. So I kind of want these are going to be like little apartment type block, city block. eventually we'll run into more dock-oriented stuff. Anything like super close to the dock that end up getting their place. But we do see some more, like, kind of, these are going to be some more nicer businesses type area. Then we're going to use granite up here. These are going to be a little more spread out. I don't know if I want anything. Oh, yeah, that'll probably be fine. Super close to the tower. And we're just going to have like a few sporadic. That's going to be the thing. But importantly, something that's going to be happening around the tower. I want this slightly higher than... We're going to see what I want to do here. It would be this. The tower is actually going to have a little bit of a problem around it. When I do this, well, I don't want it to. I'll probably do this via some amount of illusion with like glass and stuff, that there's going to be like a pit. This more has to do with stuff that happened when the city was sunk. So you'll kind of see some edges of some thoroughfares and stuff in here. I do want to have around here. This is the general gist of it. I don't know if this is quite large enough in terms of scale, but I think this is a fine, like, kind of early concept idea. So anywhere that there's not buildings are kind of like our streets. And there's probably going to be like a little alleyway around through here. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Okay. And then, oh no. This is what I didn't want to happen. Okay. And then, honestly, I might just remove this guy, and then so there'll be a couple specific entrances to the upper district. The upper district is going to definitely be gated off at these points. But we'll have like the very outer ring, which is going to be kind of most slum-like, but it's going to be kind of that like dock worker area. There's going to be a lot of these, you'll see some businesses, but a lot of tavern type areas, some homes, but not high quality homes. These are more for your sailors and stuff. Trying to figure out what TTS options to use. I don't know. I don't use TTS. Don't ask me these questions. You need it. Seems like a personal problem that you need to do your own research for. We are gonna have ads in like 30 seconds. Yeah. I like this kind of thought process. I was hoping that I would get to more like individualized, but I don't think this is going to be enough space to like individually plan out buildings. I do think I want to keep buildings away from this back here, because this is important, this thing back here. But it's also not going to take up too much space. There's some of these things that aren't going to take up as much space, I think, as they are here. And like, this is more like a block of buildings, not like singular building. This is singular building. The library is pretty big, and I want it in the upper district. These are going to be more estates or high-end shop. These are going to be your regular kind of merchant shops and nicer like apartment type buildings or townhouses. And then we get to our dock. How much fast? Negative 48 would be up here. About negative. Gives me roughly 20 blocks down. Almost back from ads. Once we get back from ads, I will mention what I'm doing. Explain the thought. It isn't a little obvious. Got another 30 seconds ahead. Okay, welcome back from ads, everyone. Okay, so a thought that is happening here. So, I was originally, and I misspoke earlier because I said negative 16. I wasn't thinking up negative 16. I was thinking negative 48, which is 16 blocks up from negative 64, the bottom of the world. This feels way too low. So I'm bringing it up 8 blocks, and I think this is going to be ground level. This gives me enough space. We're going to have a little bit of space around the tower, which is what that doesn't show. There is going to be a little bit of ground around it. But the idea is going to be that this will be flooring. We'll probably have to replace. But we have this floor level, and everything will be on this level and up. And we're probably going to clear out probably at least to Y0, I'm thinking. or somewhere close to. Now there's going to be a lot of stuff that I need to do and need to plan for. And probably at least a couple like special textured blocks that I'm going to have to add. We do have some stuff to do, like special textures and stuff. I'll just have to add a server texture pack when I do it, because I'm going to want some special stuff for the walls and stuff of this space. But this is going to kind of give you the idea of like the bottom half of the base. The top half of the base, what's going to be above ground, I already do have plans, but I think I'm going to keep those plans a little bit more under wraps for right now. Like, I've explained some general plans of, like, what the island's going to look like, but there is some more specifics of stuff that's going to go on top of the island, because of stuff that's happened there. I don't know if I have enough blocks to completely fill this up, but that's fine if I don't. I'm not, like, too completely worried about it. I might just go grab so I can fill this out. And then I'm just gonna real fast place some torches down. Place them down. Enter. Okay. So eventually we'll move the beacon back here. And then I will start clearing out that direction. So it's more in this direction, which is opposite of that. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm mostly going to be going in that direction, away from everybody else's builds. Keep this mostly contained. And I'm going to try and hopefully avoid... There's a question. Where this way? Okay, I think we're good and don't have to worry about water. But like, per scale, this is where this is going to be. I'm thinking we will probably be somewhere out like here. Like thoroughly under the water. We're out there. Doop, doop, doop. finish patching up this hole. Appreciate everybody for hanging. Who's hanging with me today? I did not want that. Want that. Oh, I don't think, yeah, I didn't grab any cobblestone. What I did is I grabbed some regular wheat plate. Whee! Okay, and finish filling in this hole. So that doesn't mean, so we are going to do a little bit in every direction. I'll definitely want more in this direction. Congrats on getting it down to 2 options for your TTS. All right. I think we're good. So just as one last before I go back all the way up. Show the plan again. The plan is this, where we've got kind of an upper district, a lower district. We've got the tower kind of in the back corner, built on like a hill, a library, then we've got some nice shop, then we've got docks around the bottom, and a little fortress little island. Where that is, that might be anywhere kind of here. I'm not like set on that one specific location. I'm just gonna skip over that. I don't want things with vocals right now. Okay. I'm just gonna get up so I can sleep. After some sleep. Sleep. I'm probably not gonna get this in this next week, but at very least, like, that thought is there, so I can start working on it when I get finished with what I'm doing up here, which we'll see how much terraforming down here I get. Like, I'm doing different types of terraforming. Either I'm building a large cavern. I'm kind of planning out the cavern. Oh, and the fun part is actually the 40 that I'm up here, I'll probably go down a little bit by the time I get down to the docks. Not much, but a little bit. I might drop down to kind of like 50. So yeah, let's get it daytime. So my very next goal is going to be clear out and kind of like bring this all down so that this looks like it was the way the coastline always was. First down here at the sea level, and then I'm gonna bring some of this down to make it look better. I need to clean up this mountain a little bit. It's a little bit rough and jagged in ways that I don't like in all places. And then we will be getting rid of that sandbar over there. We're going to be flattening out more of this and kind of covering up some of the like ravines and stuff. Getting rid of that over there, that whole section. Honestly, it might be like all of this will be gotten rid of, which is going to be a task. It's going to take some time. So it'll be helpful though with the beacons. With the beacon, I might look at getting a second beacon or a third beacon even, just so I don't have to move beacons around as often in working areas. Like, honestly, I think with 2 beacons, I could cover this stretch here. 3, I could get all the way, like, this whole river set. Yeah, that's the plan. I do want to do some sulfur caves, but I want to do that with people when people get on. So I will wait until we have a day where we've got other people hanging around. All right. But with that, I think I'm going to wrap things up. I got a busy day tomorrow. And so I don't want to be up too late. So I think we're gonna get towards our ending screen. I think we're gonna raid Eden again. She's doing some Silk Song. Since we're not gonna do Silk Song this week, I think we will raid in Eden instead. You can get your Silk Song that way. Reminder that at Monday, instead of Silk Song, we are going to be doing more Petite. So, alright. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!